Right, how are we doing everybody, and welcome to Russell Heritage Golf. Today I have got a nice little drill, something that you can definitely try at home. Probably maybe not so much down the driving range, but it's definitely something that you can do some practice swings at home to give you a stronger feeling of basically the transition to the start of the downswing. What I've got is I've got a towel and I've got a bucket of water, and the first thing that you've got to do is you've basically got to tie the towel up, right, and you're going to tie a knot around the shaft of the golf club. So you're going to tie it really nice and tight, and then once you've managed to do that, this is where your bucket of water comes in. So all you're going to do now is just drench the towel in the bucket of water as tight as you can, and then just squeeze out, let's take the tag off, a little bit of excess as well. Okay, so effectively what we're doing is we are weighting down the end of the golf club as much as we possibly can, so we're distributing all the weight down towards the club end. So dry that off, hands off a little bit. Right, so the idea is that you would kind of swing up towards the top of your backswing, right? You might need to dry your hands a little more than what I've done here, right? Now, as you start the downswing, what you'll start to do is, through the weight now of the wet towel, you'll already start to feel the club being pulled down more horizontally as I'm doing this here. A lot of golfers, just to clarify, struggle with a steepening shaft angle in towards the downswing, and you still have to work on your lower body, right? So it's not like you can just do this, but a lot of golfers struggle to get that feeling of, you know, what it's actually like to get a shallowing shaft angle, and this is a really good and simple exercise and something that you can easily do at home, and you could do down the driving range if you wanted to, but it's something you do at home. The weight of the club obviously becomes vast, you know, so you tie a knot in it so it doesn't move around, right? And then as soon as you start the downswing, you would start to open up the lower body, but as you can see, because of the weight of the club, the way the shaft is forced to start to work so much more horizontally in the transition. So it's a fantastic, simple exercise, and it's something that's going to give you that sort of feeling of keeping the right forearm up, keeping the hand pointing more up to the sky for later. And then depending on the size of your towel, then you might be able to, without it flying off, swing up to the top, open up your lower body, and then you'll also start to feel the release of the towel going through the hit as well. So in terms of drills and in terms of feelings, this is probably, you know, something that is going to give you a great sense of shallowing the golf club at the start of the downswing. And even if you're somebody who works on a single axis, so you're not trying to get a shallowing, it's still a really good drill to kind of incorporate that feeling of driving the elbow and opening the lower body, because the more you can open those shoulders at impact, the less you have to do with the hands and arms, as we've been talking about in the series recently. And this sort of exercise is going to give you a great bit of feedback. So get yourself a towel, right? Tie the knot first, dunk it in a bucket of water. Get rid of some of the excess water so you don't get soaked when you swing it back. Yes, it'll feel like a weight getting up towards the top of the backswing, but then as soon as you start this transition, you'll open up the lower body and the weight will just drop the club down, as I'm sure you'll feel, because I can feel it now. You'll keep turning your body, coming in towards impact. It would really hold onto this, and then as you go through the hit, then you would start to feel that release as you go through, and then as you swing through, you'll feel the weight move through, so it kind of forces you to extend your arms through. And it's a great but simple exercise. It's something that I would strongly suggest that you have a go at doing, especially if you're struggling with the shaft shallowing in the downswing. Hopefully you enjoy the video, right? It's something that most golfers suffer with. Opening up the body, driving the elbow. Concentrate on opening up the lower body, and the rest will take care of itself, and the club will naturally start to shallow down, and then you'll probably find, because of how shallow it will start to work or horizontal, that it will just encourage you to open your body up that little bit more. Hopefully you enjoy the video. You guys know what to do. I always appreciate a thumbs up. Remember, it's free to press that subscribe button. If you're going to press the subscribe button, you might as well press that little bell icon as well, because that means you'll receive notifications every time a new video comes out. Catch up with you guys again soon.